Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. You're all of the Appian Way here. So I had a interesting battle earlier today, and I'm here to show you my replay of it. This is Hippolyta, but it is being commanded by Blondie from CA under the direction of one of the game's developers. I think his name is Moshil. Oh no, now I can't remember. But yeah, they were doing a live stream as part of their Intel giveaway promotion, and that live stream included battles with in the multiplayer beta. So I was able to get in on the game, and this is that replay. I'm going to go ahead and show you my army, and then we'll talk about Hippolyta. As you know, I'm not a big fan of the Amazons right now. I didn't go with the best faction. I didn't want to make it too terribly one-sided, but I went with Mycenae because I think they talked me into it. They thought I was going to go with Mycenae. I was about to pick Dardania, and then they went back on it, and I was like, oh wait, they want me to play Mycenae? Okay, I'll play Mycenae. So here's my army. I got 2 reinforced chariots. These are a heavy weight class chariot, speed of 72. I also have my Archer Skirmisher hero with a range of 205. He actually outranges Hippolyta in on her mounts. We've got Club Warriors, 2 units of them. I like these guys because these are the only Javelin infantry in the Mycenaean roster. I took 4 Armored Swordsmen because I didn't want to use the bugged Armored Spearmen, and I like their damage. 160 is pretty solid. And their armor is good too, 95, and missile block chance is 75% chance. Knowing that I was going up against Hippolyta, who had just a few less troops than I did, I was still worried about seeing some archers, especially some cavalry skirmishers. I got 4 units of renowned slingers here. That makes up my force on the right because I saw the terrain, and I realized he had a really good opportunity if he wanted to put his entire force up here on this hill, especially if he had ground archers, infantry. I would need to try and get around there and not just let my forces get shot up. Speaking of forces to get shot up, I brought 3 young spears. These guys are really, really cheap. They have no shields, they have no armor. They're just quick, zippy, and people like to shoot at them, and I like letting people shoot at my cheap infantry. I like watching people waste their ammo. Anyway. 2 Agamemnon's companions over here with a Minotaur. This is my my knockout punch flanking build, and these guys actually end up doing a lot of work on my flanks, just screening cavalry. I don't really get to use them against infantry until the very, very end. So that's my army. As you can see, I'm already got my my hero stepping up here to try and engage. I saw cavalry moving in the distance. I thought, hey, I might be able to get a couple kills with some long distance arrows. Blondie has brought 6 units of Oathsworn. I already know I have this beat. The armored swords are more than a match for Oathsworn. There's a pair of Aristomachoi, though. These guys, these ladies here will probably beat my sword. So he actually has more mainline infantry than I have, with this force that he has over here in the trees. He brought 6 cavalry units and 2 chariots, as well as Hippolyta. So the cavalry units, we got 2 Hippotoxetai, 2 war riders, 2 horsewomen, and then of course the 2 Amazon champions. These are also a heavy chariot. So this is actually going to be a heavy chariot brawl. It's going to be who gets the best opportunity to use their chariots, who gets the best opportunity to use their flanking forces. So I'm not outnumbered because there's a large number of cavalry in this battlefield, but I'm not exactly in a perfect position either. So I start sending my reinforced chariots to the left as I see that there's that's where it looked like they were sending their melee cavalry and chariots, and then they double back. So you guessed it, I'm going to turn my chariots around, send them back over here. He's doing a very Napoleonic, threatening both flanks thing here, and he's trying to bring these skirmish cav around. I believe, I watched the replay back afterwards, I believe his intent was to try and threaten my skirmishers. So seeing that, I move my chariots back over again, just to get in the way. He hasn't seen my my knockout punch yet, but he starts moving these Hippotexitae into the trees, and I'm going, okay, well, we're about to run into each other. So this is where battle is going to be joined initially. With the discovery of my troops here, I immediately make the attack order, and he has them on skirmish, but the Minotaur is able to get a couple of quick kills there. Now, I wonder if these guys have Strider. No, they have Firewall moving, so their speed is impacted when they're in the trees. These guys have Strider? No, but they can Inspire Unbreakable. So yeah, I just go ahead and I try chasing with all of this. I'm not going to put my chariots into these trees, but I'm going to chase with the young spears. And this is also giving me an opportunity to start moving up my line. We've got the spearmen kind of overlapping and making sure that this is protected here. That's actually pretty wise. He puts his horsewomen into the trees and starts also moving the chariots into the trees as well, just hoping to get them across right here where the tree line is narrowest. So as soon as I see this, I'm going to start moving my infantry into the tree line. I get run over. My club warriors get absolutely run over by the horsewomen. But that's okay by me for now. I can do something about this, and that something is I'm going to move my my archer skirmisher hero here out to support. I'm going to use my club warriors to attack the cavalry. Oh, I must have been on... yeah, I was on skirmish, so he starts falling back. I move over my reinforced chariots. I'm going to collapse in on this, and I get a quick attack with my armored swordsmen against these Amazon champions. Their speed is down to just 48 in the tree line, but it's their melee defense that's going to take the biggest hit. And I even start getting some slinger rounds into it, and Hippolyta comes forward. I chase her off with my reinforced chariots. As you can see, I've taken plenty of damage on my young spears. I've just used my my infantry and my Minotaur to try and chase this down or secure it. And I've got these 4 units of skirmish cav pretty much occupied. I am getting shot at plenty, but most of their arrows are going to the young spears instead of the Agamemnon's companions, which is where I think they should be shooting. Alright, so the horsewomen get chased all the way up here, and they're out. They can make a couple of quick attacks later on in the battle, but this is absolutely my encounter. I had to pause for a second because I had to shut the door. My cat was trying to get my attention. Anyway, so I've pulled my chariots out of a quick attack against some of the Oathsworn that had come out of position, coming to attack me. Some Aristomacois start making their way out. The chariots are leaving. I'm not going to chase them. I'm going to put my armored swords back into the trees, and rather than just chase these guys out in the open and get shot, especially with the supporting Amazon champions, I pull this force back into the trees as well. I'm going to play this game very conservatively. You know, once I don't want to kit all of my guys out of position, but I do want to try and pull as much of his army apart as possible before I go in. So here comes Hippolyta to try and punish my hero. She's already popped his chariot some time ago, and seeing her come forward means, well, I'm going to go ahead and open fire on you and give attack orders. So Hippolyta is going to turn around right quick, get right back into that tree line, take another couple of quick javelins there, but no major hits. My archer hero is also shooting, and I'm going to stop, turn around, not take that engagement. Here come the chariots again, so I love this. I love everything about this. He's split up his archer cav out here in the distance, and since he's come into my trees, you better believe my armored swordsmen are gonna turn around and take this. Yeah, there's the order right now. I sent 2 of them after each. This one might make it through, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order my my reinforced chariots to try and like move over here and encourage this Amazon champion to go back into the trees. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. As you can see, yeah, this Amazon champion here, absolutely devastated because it's taking a very significant, it's taking a very significant melee defense hit, right? Huge penalty to its melee defense, and its speed allows my swordsman to tear it apart. Meanwhile, he's going to try and get his war riders all the way around my flank. This is wise, and I think he should just keep going. He does get a horsewoman down here to into the side of one of my my renowned slingers. Actually, it was my young spear that he attacked and shattered. It's going to take me a while to notice that this is happening. He's going to go ahead and attack my my renowned slingers. I'm getting shot at by the Hippotoxetai over here, so and seeing that the horsewomen are here, I'm going to move my club warriors to try and chase those off, and I'm going to move my chariots back over to try and just close this unit off. We've shattered one of the chariots. I got my swordsmen. I'm going to move them back into position. I almost had those two Hippotoxetai completely cut off, but he's going to pull them back into the tree line. With the chariots mostly engaged, I felt a little bit braver about coming out here and giving these two war riders something to shoot at. And since they were shooting at the young spears, I took it. I was like, that's good for me. I'm okay by that. They get a very unsuccessful charge onto the unit, but I chased them all the way into the trees, and this will allow my Agamemnon's companions to cross all the way over. He had an opportunity here with the Amazon champions to really punish me. So Hippolyta's out here taking some pop shots at some chariots. Those are shots I don't want to be taking. That's definitely honest. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my Minotaur on over to help me protect my slingers. I'm gonna regroup my slingers and deal with this last horsewoman with my my one remaining club warriors. That horsewoman is completely shattered. I'm gonna use the Minotaur to come on down here, and that horsewoman is now shattered. I'm using my my archer hero to shoot at some of the Oathsworn that are still visible to me. A lot of these guys are actually hidden, as you can see here. So I'm kind of picking off the Oathsworn here, and he's my archer champion's going to make plenty of collateral kills with each arrow. As you can see, like 4 bodies dropping with each shot. My hero's already up to 64 kills. Here comes Hippolyta to try and dissuade him from doing so. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot up Hippolyta some more with my slingers, and probably going to push up with my my chariots. Yeah, as soon as I give the chariot attack order, Hippolyta is going to fall back. Hippolyta's chariot is almost broken. As you can see, the war riders managed to get away. The Amazon champions, I don't understand this call. The Amazon champions move into the trees. I think he was worried about my slingers maybe shooting at them. And again, I think this is terrible targeting here. And I was too worried about just leaving the door wide open for him to come completely around with all of his cavalry. I ended up moving my Agamemnon's companions back over to this copse of trees. I mean, the good thing here is that I'm totally distracting him, right? I'm keeping him occupied with all this stuff. I even distracted myself from it. I managed to get a quick hit on that Oathsworn with my chariots. It wasn't in the trees specifically, so I charged up, hit it. Did a little bit of damage, came back. He's pushing with Amazon champions, but I can win this if I attack with my chariots, and I get my slingers engaged as well. He sees that it's coming, and he's gonna run away from it. Not gonna allow me to have that heavy chariot brawl that I was asking for. So since he's falling back, I'm gonna just follow through and go straight into that that Oathsworn. Get a good charge in. Boom. Big hit. Plenty of damage. But I don't want to stay because there's a chance that I would get engaged in the trees. And he actually tries to push me out with his chariots. I probably should have stuck around then. But yeah, I'm going to pull back. Get them out of cover. And I'm going to use my... I'm out of ammo now on my hero. Probably because he did lose that... that chariot carries a big chunk of ammo with it. I'm going to open up with my slingers on the chariots over here. An Aristomachoy is now pulled out. I don't have any more young spears. I still have my Agamemnon's guards out here. This war rider's out of ammo. This one has a little bit of ammo left. These two Hippotoxetai also got plenty of ammo. My slingers are going to keep shooting. But now that he's back in the trees, I'm going to stop shooting. You know, it's going to go like this. It's going to go a little back and forth for a bit. I still have a very, very healthy... main infantry line, and I've gotten a lot of work done with my club warriors. I was very proud of myself with how I was using the club warriors. First of all, to use their javelins against the cavalry, but then to carry forward with that and get more damage. So I decide at this stage I'm going to attack with my Agamemnon's companions, try and push the cavalry around since I don't have any other spears now, and I'm going to move my chariots back here. I see this Oathsworn just kind of sitting out here. So I'm gonna try and hit it quickly with my chariots, and what ends up happening is my Agamemnon's companions are pushing the skirmish cav further and further out this way. And this is going to actually allow me an opportunity to maybe cut off their escape so that the skirmish cav gets stuck between Agamemnon's companions and reinforced chariots. Which, great for me. Here comes that War Rider all the way around the flank. I do have my Minotaur out here, so I give the order for my Minotaur to engage, and my Club Warriors, and this Renowned Slinger, which is now out of ammo. I'm just going to go ahead and charge on in here. The Renowned Slinger wins this, surprisingly. 125 weapon damage. That War Rider is a very, very light cavalry, and it does not do so hot in melee, so we're defeating to tail. That's the plan here. It's isolate portions of the enemy army and then punish them for it. So this is an isolated War Rider. I'm going to use my Slingers in melee and ranged attack orders to beat it down, get my Minotaurs on it. I'm trying to push... Oh, I actually think I do get an engagement over here. Yeah. My Agamemnon's companions catch some of the cavalry, if only briefly. These guys have 140 weapon damage and a 42 charge bonus, so every time they get an opportunity to use it, it's a fantastic one. But they can't stop these guys from moving. But seeing that they're almost trapped in the corner, I start moving my reinforced chariots over. I'm hoping I can prevent these three horsewomen units, the Hippotoxetai and War Riders, excuse me, from getting away. So this has my attention. As you can see, I'm protecting my flank with my Minotaur over here, which isn't the best way to protect your flank. I'm getting so close to getting a charge here, and I managed to grab a couple more casualties off of them before they get into the trees. I refuse to engage them in the trees. Chariots are just, they're fodder for the enemy if you put them in the wrong terrain. So I get the quick hit and I pull out, but now these Hippotoxetai are on the other side of my forces. I do manage to get my hero into the tree line just to protect him from Hippolyta, who still has plenty of ammo. I'm going to move my Club Warriors on over. I'm going to start engaging. I'm moving up. My Spearmen have orders to move up here. My Heroes orders to move up. I've got my Club Warriors with the orders to move up. And I'm pulling in because my Agamemnon's companions are now completely around behind them, along with the chariots. I'm going to move them forward as well. I've gotten him surrounded. I'm also ordering up my my Minotaur. I'm almost out of ammo on my Slingers, so I don't mind if they get attacked now by the War Riders. And here comes the charge. The Ristamachoi come out, attack me, and then turn around. I think they were just too afraid of leaving the tree line for fear of my chariots, perhaps. But it was a little awkward of a charge. We get an Aristea on Hippolyta, probably to activate new abilities as soon as possible. And I'm getting my Agamemnon's companions into position now. I've already outflanked with this armored swordsman. I've got my Minotaur on the way on up. I'm using my Club Warriors to distract and hold down some of these Oathsworn, though they could probably beat them. It's certainly possible. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. The War Riders are coming now to try and attack me in the flank. I've got my chariots just dishing out some punishment to their skirmish cav. Hippolyta's now running away. I've got an armored swordsman out here chasing her, and then I see the chariots, and Agamemnon's companions are like, ooh, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. You'd think chariots would do great against infantry. Well, they don't do great against infantry when they're in the forest. So this is just plenty of free kills. I've got the infantry match down solid. Not much they can do about it. After chasing down that Hippotoxetai, I noticed these War Riders are out of ammo, so they're going into melee mode. Chariots get bonus versus large. Look at all of the dead, lightly armored cavalry, and look at the lack of dead chariots. That is the power of the chariot unit in this game. They have a bonus versus large. They're fantastic against infantry. The Amazon champion is now out here as well. My armored swordsmen catch Hippolyta, and that's the shatter all across the battlefield. This is all over the place, and I had a lot of fun with it. Blondie was a good opponent, especially with the coaching he was getting. He was really testing my micro in a lot of instances, where I was constantly just trying to make sure I had his position enveloped, and waiting until I had, you know, the ultimate confidence to be able to make my attack. it was a lot of fun, and things played into the way I wanted the battle to go, which meant that it worked out in my favor in the end. I wish I had gotten a better result against the second Amazon Champion Chariot. I really was kind of looking forward to a throwdown between Reinforced Chariots and Amazon Champions. I thought that was going to be a good time, but ultimately I didn't need to. Things went very well regardless. The War Riders managing 202 kills, but mostly on Young Spears, and that's the job of Young Spears. I'm going to use my Young Spears or my Dardanian Rabble or my Anatolian Youths, whatever they're called. I'm going to use these guys to threaten a flank and get shot at. I hardly ever use them in actual melee. I use them to waste enemy ammo and to distract skirmishers. They're very cheap, and they're a fantastic way to tie down enemy skirmishers. If she had brought archers, that's where the Young Spears would have been. They would have found a way around there, and they would have gotten into it. My skirmisher hero, only 64 kills. I wish I could have done better, but I think he did pretty valiantly considering he was playing against one of the best skirmish heroes in the game, in Hippolyta. My club warriors did phenomenal in fending off the horsewomen assaults and also a war rider attack. 104 kills, 72 kills, and XP Chevron on each of them, and they must have done a dang good job in melee against the Oathsworn, because I mean, even if the best performing Oathsworns here were facing off against the Club Warriors, it's only 33 and 25 kills, so they did a great job. 2 kills for this Armored Swordsman and an XP rank gained. That's most likely a couple of dead chariots. 32 kills, 31 kills, 55 kills. Yeah, all 4 of my Armored Swordsmen gained XP, and I have to think it's because of the damage they did against the Amazon Champions. Agamemnon's Companions, they came in handy in the very later stages of the battle to help me get rid of the last champion, and to help me in fending off and the Hippotoxetai and the War Riders. I feel like Blondie would have done much better if he had stopped shooting at my Young Spears to shoot at Agamemnon's Companions, since they didn't have a shield. Granted, they had heavy armor, and that might not... I mean, they don't have the best armor-piercing damage. That's true. But still, they didn't take a lot of damage either. So he needed to keep his Amazon Champions closer to where I had my Agamemnon's Companions, and they would have racked up a ton of kills on them. I feel like I did a pretty good job with my Renowned Slingers. 3 of them picking up XP Chevrons. Dished out plenty of damage to unshielded units and to Hippolyta as well. He did a very good job of keeping Hippolyta alive through all of that, I felt. And my Reinforced Chariots, man, 104 kills, 39 kills, 1 XP on each, 36 kills for my Minotaur. That felt good. That felt really good. Thank you so much for the opportunity to play against you in a video, Creative Assembly. Blondie, that was a lot of fun for me. Thank you. Ta-ta. I'll see you in the next video. I love you all. Have a good one.